The Law Show.
Nice to have you with us this Sunday morning. Shalina Sayani and Sonia Kainth are with us as well. They are from Henderson Heinrichs LLP, a Vancouver family law firm, downtown at 1188 West Georgia and online at hhlaw.ca. We were talking earlier in family law context about kids, and I erred, as I do frequently, especially on the Law Show, not being much of a lawyer. And Sonia, of course, just caught me right. Just smacked me down as soon as the microphone light got turned off. I said something to the effect of 12-year-olds under family law in BC having some kind of standing before the courts, and a 12-year-old could go to court, and the judge could ask that child how he or she felt about something and listen. So that part is the fact that a 12-year-old can be asked and heard by a judge is real. What isn't real, says Sonia, is they don't want kids in court. Judges don't like bringing little kids in. Come on, a 12-year-old's a little kid.
Yeah.
And they don't want little kids in court.
No, they don't. It's the same as parents putting the child in the middle of a dispute. That's essentially what they're doing by bringing that child to court. So They don't like to do it. I mean, in the rare circumstances that might happen, or a judge might talk to a child in their chambers.
Right.
But again, that's very rare. They don't like to do that because, under practice and under the Family Law Act, there's provisions that provide
how to
parties,
get the children's voice.
Parties with the ability to get that voice before the court. So there are reports that can be done. There's a Views of the Child report. There's a Voices of a Child report. In more
There's
high
the
conflict
Child Society. That's the new one.
Yeah.
And you, as a parenting coordinator, could be asked by a judge to find out what the kid wants.
Yes, somebody else go and find out.
That's right. So and
then come back and tell me.
You would perform that role. You would do the question and answer, and then you would submit the child's sentiments to the judge so they could be factored into the decision then. So the child is considered, not invited into court very often at all. So that's where I went off.
So at that age, like what they have to say has some weight to it. It's not going to be the ultimate deciding factor.
Yeah.
So it's just another element that
one of the pictures that the court will look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the court wants to know, why is this kid saying that? Why is the kid saying, I don't want to go and visit with dad? What's the messaging being given? Or why is the child saying, I only want to live with my dad? And you probe a little bit. Well, dad said I can play video games all the time, and I can have my iPhone till 2 a.m.
Right.
And I can eat candy all day.
Right. And well, that's not the best reason in the universe, but that's what the kid's thinking.
Right.
And
because ultimately what it comes down to is like what is in the child's best interest.
That's
the parents don't necessarily know, and the kids themselves don't necessarily know. Right. So in order to get a better picture of what's in the best interest of the children, which is the only test, is having all of those pieces brought to the forefront.
So by way of summarizing your visit with us today and recognizing that we've just gone past the first birthday of the new Family Law Act here in British Columbia, is it reasonable then to say that in matters of divorce and the dissolution of relationships, because we're not all married here, and that's one of the things that family law recognizes that the feds don't in their Divorce Act.
Yes.
But is it reasonable to assume that all necessary means to resolve these family disputes can and will be taken, and the least preferred route is court?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the one thing that they're trying to turn the whole system around so it's not as adversarial as it typically has been, and as it certainly is on TV when we watch those shows on CBS, etc. Right?
Because in a family law situation, it's not about winning. When you have children, if one parent doesn't get to see their child,
everybody loses on some level.
Right.
Yeah.
Years of research have shown that children need both parents. They need them actively involved at every stage in their lives. And I think we have a duty as family law lawyers to help educate people who are going through really difficult separations to recognize the validity of both parents in the lives of their children.
Right.
And a dignified divorce, a better divorce, because you don't have to go to court. And when we tell people you don't have to go to court to get a divorce, what?
Yep.
But yes, I do. And you're like, no, you don't.
There's almost disappointment in some cases. And of course, there are others who are just determined to go to court, and those people generally don't, do they?
And some of them, there's no other way to get it done other than going to court.
Right.
I think Shalina mentioned that at the beginning of the show, is that some files just have to go to court.
That's right.
So
and
then it's finding the right fit. It's finding what do you need best to achieve that outcome for them and guide them through that process.
Okay. Well, we will direct our listeners to your website. I think that's a great place. And if you've enjoyed the conversation on the radio today as much as I have with our guests, Shalina Sayani and Sonia Kainth from Henderson Heinrichs LLP, then go to their website. It's hhlaw.ca. And both Shalina and Sonia are on the website. All your contact information, your email addresses, direct phone lines, all that stuff. And that first contact, that first conversation is free. And if you're going through the trauma of all of this breakup of a relationship, it's never fun for anyone. But sometimes a calm legal opinion is going to help smooth the waters a little bit. And you're most invited to find out more about our guests and their firm at hhlaw.ca. Our thanks to Shalina Sayani and Sonia Kainth, both of you, for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Wonderful to meet you. Thanks for coming. Do come by again.
Oh, we'd love to.
We'd love to. This was fun.
The Red Rock Diner is next. Have a great day.